Randy Orton comes out for a promo, but Trick Williams immediately interrupts. He is way over here in Berlin.
Well, it was notable they didn't give Trick the RKO. They are trying to protect Trick. Last week, he made it clear he wants the world title. This week, he's in the ring with Randy Orton, and they didn't have Trick take an RKO. And they've announced a tournament to determine a number one contender, and Trick is involved. So he's not showing up to be a mid-carder. Thank God.
Well, apparently Randy's about 6'7".
Are you sick?
Yes, I just told you.
Oh, well, we had you muted because you were breathing, so.
I will try not to.
You can breathe, but like, I was doing a plug, and it sounded like a plug for the Spice Channel. If you sign up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, why is Craig breathing so heavy? Do you know that thing still exists? South Korea, there's still a Spice network.
Huh. I wonder if that one's literally about spice.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Cooking.
Yeah, about curry.
Could be a cooking channel.
Sure.
Or maybe both.
Hey, whatever you're into. So it's Trick Williams versus...
I think most people are into both of those things.
Not simultaneously, but hey, I'm not judging. Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Boy.
Cody attacks Drew with what appeared to be a banana.
Yes, Cody was choking him with a banana. That is not a metaphor.
Then why'd you say choking?
Because what he did, he stuffed it in his mouth.
Well, first he hit him with it. He, like, stabbed him with a banana. You ever been stabbed with a banana?
You know I have not.
Unless you have a banana allergy. Maybe there's something we don't know about Cody that Drew knows. I thought this finish was awful. You know, they promised in the advertising this would be an old-school cage match where nobody can interfere. And, of course, somebody interfered. It was like a cheap way to get the title off Cody without actually beating him. I didn't like the finish. Thought it sucked. We get unintended, unscripted cinema. Pac and Wheeler are clearly going to do a crisscross. Wheeler is going to do a flip dive over the top. So they do this first crisscross. And Dante on the outside, he's nowhere near where he's supposed to be. So they do the first crisscross. He's not in position. They do a second crisscross. He's still not in position. They do a third crisscross. You can see Wheeler as he's running. He's looking. Where the fuck is this guy? As calmly as humanly possible, Jon Moxley says, just trying to blow ourselves up before the end of the match here. And finally, Wheeler's like, fuck it. And he runs and he does a flip dive over the top onto no one. He lands on his feet, and you can see him. He's got fury in his eyes. He goes to grab, like, where the fuck were you? Look at Marina Shafir on the outside, far side of the ring. She's fucking howling at this fucking spot. This was the funniest thing I've seen in wrestling in forever.
Did I tell you I smell pot again?
Uh-oh. Now we're talking.
So the other day in the group chat, Granny says, I smell pot. It's making me hungry.
Well...
She's come to some cockamamie conclusion here that it's not actually an old person smoking pot. Their young son must have moved in, and he's the one smoking pot.
That's right. I met their son.
He looked like he must smoke weed.
That's right. Remember,
Black t-shirt, long
those
hair.
Rhodes versus McIntyre? It got so crazy, I just went to something else. So I did CM Punk plus... This is Gunther.
Versus. Versus. Put it directly in front of your face. Yeah, the camera's off to the right.
Other way.
The other way?
To your right. No, yes, farther the wrong way.
Your other right. The right that's on the right side of your body.
Put it on the other side of the microphone.
That's your left.
Can you move the microphone towards the camera?
Put it on the other side of on the other side of the microphone.
There you go. Yes, excellent. Great.
All right, that's close enough.
Norwegian comedy duo YLVIS, compromise of brothers Vigard and Bard. Oh my, Vivisaker rose to prominence after releasing the viral hit asking questions about what type of animal.
The fox.
Yeah, what does the fox say?
God, how in God's fucking name did anybody figure that out? Everyone's bored with the TNA reviews, okay? Most people are ready for us to move on. We could do monthly potpourri. So instead of just like every week we do something random, We'd all choose something, and you could at least follow along for 4 weeks before we moved on to something else. Put your request in. Let us know what your thoughts are.
Darby Allin versus Pac.
Here we go. Let's begin like we begin every review of a Darby match. Holy shit, can you imagine what that guy did?
Yeah, he's going to kill himself someday. As a wrestling match, it was excellent.
It was an excellent wrestling match.
But
nobody was talking about that. They were only talking about, I can't believe this stupid thing he did. I'm very worried about him. I don't like watching his matches.
Swerve says, we are coming after MJF, the two of them apparently. Then Kenny Omega comes out and says he also wants this world championship. Are we doing another four-way now? I hope not.
Looks like a three-way.
I guess.
You know, when people say that I'm influencing Tony Khan...
Influence him more.
This is one of those examples of, no, I'm not. Fuck these standby matches. Guys, why do we have a standby match 52 minutes into the fucking show? A standby match is time filler for when you've run over everything and you still have time before the show goes off the air. I was looking at the thread on the board and people were like raving about this match, this incredible match. This did not do much for me at all. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a largely, very good match, but it was not your party match, incredible, blow away, crowd going wild. It was like the crowd would pop for some spots here and there, then they would be quiet. Most everybody looked like they were off. I cannot express more my love for this match. I thought this match was great. This fucking match was great. We need more matches like this. And it wasn't like a slow, boring... I'm not asking for stuff to be shitty. I'm just asking for everything to, be more like this. Just slow it down just a little bit. You know what I mean? Darby, take one move or you almost die out. Slow your match down just a little bit. Take out 3 high spots. Not 70. Take out 3. Just ease up a little bit, and sometimes a little less is a lot more.
Yes.
Not just less is more, a little less is a lot more, and that's what this match was.
Ricky Saints takes credit for running off Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Hope Femi. Yeah, you ran them off to big paychecks while you're still here in the slums in Orlando.
They showed Tony D lurking in the background. He's bearded Sting. They took a guy who had a gimmick that was overflowing with charisma. He was a mobster. He murdered people. He, played the character great. They have now stripped all of that away from him. He is a bearded mute.
Yeah. Vic Joseph, who spends 90% of his time not calling the match, is going on a speech. Is this the make or break moment for Lola's career? Dude! We're in the fucking near falls! Be excited about the match! Live in the moment for 1 second in your pathetic little life. Live in the moment and enjoy the match for a bit. Vic decides to go on another tangent. What kind of advice would you give Tavian Heights, or whoever he's talking about? What advice would you give him on silencing the doubters? The fuck? Call the fucking match. You're not a motivational speaker. You're a sports play-by-play guy. Tell us what is happening. God damn it. This is news to me, because it feels like it's happened quite a bit lately. But you're no longer allowed to be a double singles champion in WWE.
What do you... No, stop.
That's what she said.
Yeah, because she's full of shit. This isn't some rule. Bro, Ethan is a double champion right now.
Yeah.
He currently holds 2 belts.
Blake Monroe does a promo.
She just went on and on.
I wrote, she's rambling on. I have no idea what point she could even be trying to make. And then Jada Parker came out. I was so happy somebody interrupted Blake here. I was chanting Miss Parker in my living room. So not only during the intros does Vic repeat that Shiloh has downloaded us on who he is, Vic adds he's about to upload this championship.
He's a hacker.
I hate the show and everyone on it. Everyone involved. Izzy Dame comes out for a promo, which may still be going on. Serious question. Can you think of a way to have Joe Hendry win a match that does less favors for him? I feel better having gotten that out of my system, though.
I wrote here, overall, by NXT standards, I'd say the show was fine.
Correct. It's always this bad.